Mitchell, and guess what we're going to be talking about today? If you were lucky enough to guess, it's lucky spots around the world. Now, there are hundreds of them, so it won't be that hard to find one. So let's find quite a few. Stay tuned, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's do this! I live on the East Coast, so let's start there. On the East Coast in New York, there's a very famous statue. It's called the Charging Bull. Just to get some luck, all you have to do is touch the private bull's no-no square, or the private parts. Well, what do you think? People are convinced. Look at all the people that will line up just to touch it. It's a pretty cool tradition, right? Oh, wait, you might not live on the East Coast. Well, if you live on the West Coast, you're in luck too. See, on the West Coast in Vegas, there's a place called Lady Luck. Here, do I really need to tell you which part you need to rub? You should figure that out for yourself pretty quickly. Lady Luck says it all. Did you know that the Declaration Lilac, only has 4 flowers on each one? Take a look at this. But if you find one with 5 flowers, like this one, it's known to grant good luck if you eat it. Cheers. Let's move on to beautiful Europe. There is a place called Waver, Belgium. That place has a boy named Mac trying to climb the gates of the city hall. You might want to rub his rear end for some good luck. Now let's gradually climb our way to Italy. In Italy, I went to see Romeo and Juliet. Watch my video. There, in fact, I wanted to be lucky and happy and have the best life I could have. So, I in fact did rub Juliet's breast, as did the millions of people with me. Those who live closer to Ireland, you should probably visit the famous statue of Molly Malone, rubbing whose breast will grant you good luck and keep your stomach full. In Paris, which we can't forget, being the capital of France and all, you can walk up the Eiffel Tower, you can admire Da Vinci's great Mona Lisa in Louvre, but sometimes people occasionally forget to touch Diane, a famous statue. Rub her breasts, get some good luck. A simply huge number of people can be happy and lucky just by rubbing a statue's nose. I have a list here. President Lincoln, rub his nose in Illinois' Springfield. How about the statue of Bremen town musician in Riga, Latvia? Rub 4 noses at once. The more the merrier, they say. In Florence, not only should you rub Porcelino's nose, but also put a little coin in his wishing mouth, just like so. Brits and visitors, rub the nose of Greyfriars Bobby, a sculpture of whom is in Edinburgh, Scotland, UK. At the Le Rocota Cemetery in Buenos Aires, Argentina, rub the nose of Liliana Crossetti de Cesac's dog. In Toylati, Russia, rub the nose of the fateful dog of the memorial meeting. On George Street in Sydney, Australia, rub the nose of a small dog at the wishing well. In Washington, D.C., you can see it right from the window. Stroke the nose and ears of the Terrier Fala. Let's stop with the noses. Just outside the Grand Place of Brussels, a monument to Belgian hero Everard T. Claes stands out on the side of the building. In Canada, you can rub Timothy Eaton's shoe in Toronto. In London, the toes of Margaret Thatcher and Winston Churchill. You know, it really strikes me like very nice that somebody will build a monument to a simple person who does a good job, and yet that brings people luck. For example, in Lviv, Ukraine, there is a monument to a simple chimney sweep. In Havana, Cuba, there's just a regular pedestrian with a beard. And in Budapest, there's a little princess sitting on the train tracks. And last but not least, and by far also brings luck, there's in Bratislava, Slovakia, a little plumber sitting inside of one of those pipes. Just rub his head. And what in the world is so completely unusual? All of you saw how millions of people go to fountains and just throw money in there. There's a tradition that if you throw a coin in there, you'll come back. Looks like everybody wants to go back. A fountain in Rome where every year they collect coins thrown in for luck in the amount of, drumroll please, 1.5 million euros every year. In the Athens, Greece, there's a similar tradition. This video would not be complete without me mentioning Israel. Israel, the most holy place on earth, with luck reaching beyond the sky's limit. Just a little shout out here. Speaking of luck in Israel, I got really lucky. I received a blessing personally from the patriarch, And also, I specifically checked. All the presidents of the United States have stood at the Wailing Wall at least once and asked for happiness and prosperity for the people and family of their country. After all, this is the closest place to God. You know, in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, if you touch anything, it becomes holy. I also blessed quite a few souvenirs for my relatives at the place where Jesus Christ ended his journey more than 2,025 years ago. As those who watch my videos know, I usually tend to bring back souvenirs. In this case, I'll bring the souvenir called the Ring of King Solomon. Let me tell you a quick backstory about why this ring is so important. This is the most famous ring in the history of mankind. According to legend, King Solomon was given a ring with an engraving in his youth and was told that when he was very sad, scared, or something was not good, he would remember to turn it in his hands and see the inscription reading, "Everything will pass," and his soul and life would immediately feel better. There are several legends associated with the ring. According to one of them, King Solomon discovered a second inscription inside the gold ring when he threw it at the wall in anger. And this too has passed, said. And only many years later, when the first two inscriptions have worn off, he discovered a third and final inscription on the edge. "Nothing passes," and was surprised by the wisdom of the gift. The meaning is that the inscription spins as the world spins, and the destiny of every person at every moment comes the meaning that he needs now. When making my video about Milan, I forgot this little detail. There's a really famous place called the Galleria of Emmanuel II. You need to turn around on a little circle in the floor made of marble 3 times. It'll bring 3 times of good luck. Every turn is 1 luck, and have a couple wishes. Thank you everyone for your time and patience. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you'll be able to visit some of these lucky spots around the world. See you in my next video. Mitchell, out.